What's good, YouTube? Get your Analysis Playground t-shirts on my Facebook page. Message me. You can get any color shirt, any color logo that you want. All you're doing is customizing the logo on the shirt, whether you want it black or white, red and white, or even just a black and red like this t-shirt. But you can also change the color of the shirt. And let me know if you want one. Message me on Facebook and I can get one sent out to you. Bye. What is good, YouTube? I'm glad you guys are enjoying the rookie breakdowns, but I'm going to talk about a guy that we all have been seeing playing with Kevin Durant, playing with Paul George, playing at Rico Hines, and you see it on Ball is Life. Buddy Hield. I'm seeing a lot of Buddy Hield. He's handling the ball. He's shooting up those threes, and he's playing at one of the best facilities and playing with some of the best players in the league. It seems like he's putting in a lot of work. It seems like he really wants to be good, and he been there the whole week. So one thing that I definitely give him credit for, Buddy Hield, he improved every year, even in college. Last year he had kind of an up and down year. The biggest problem with Buddy Hield in his NBA career is that he's been getting inconsistent minutes, inconsistent playing time, but it's also due to his inconsistencies as a player. When his jump shot isn't falling, he's not a great defender. He's not a great playmaker. So the coach is looking at it like, I have to do what's best for the team. I have to find ways to win games. Because if you're a coach and you're winning games, it's harder to get fired. If you're a coach that has talent and you're not winning games, it's easy to get fired. And I feel like talent-wise, the Sacramento Kings team may not be the best lineup, may not have the best team, but they do have talent and they should be competitive. But Buddy Hield came in as a scorer. Everybody knew him because he was shooting all these threes, these deep threes, these contested threes. He became a better ball handler in his last season. He started getting to the paint a lot more, and he was just dominating, averaging over 20 points a game that season. And people came into the league saying, "Hey, Buddy's gonna be special. Buddy's gonna be great. Buddy might be the best player in the draft. He's the best shooter in the draft." And then when he got into the NBA, they didn't treat him like that. And I remember Buddy Hield actually got traded for DeMarcus Cousins, who's not even on the Pelicans anymore, which should hurt him even more, considering that he was supposed to be the guy that was gonna be their next big thing to go with AD, a guy that can shoot and score the basketball, but also stretch out the floor for Anthony Davis. They picked him number 6, but they traded him that quick, and they gave up on Buddy Hield. Then he goes to Sacramento, comes out having a couple great games, had a better overall season than he did with the Pelicans, giving you 15 points on 48% from the field and 42 from three. And he also shot 81 from the free throw line, but he didn't shoot that many. And he had 4 rebounds and 1.8 assists. But I thought he had shown the real Buddy Hield a little bit in those 25 games because he was more aggressive. To me, he was being himself a lot more. That's why you seen the efficiency a little bit better. And they gave him the freedom to be himself. Now, the problem with it was he was taking a lot of tough shots and they was falling. But you can't eat off that if you really want to be a great player. Yes, it comes with the territory. You're going to have to take tough shots. You're going to have to take shots late in the shot clock. But when you're settling, you still can try to get the best shot available before you just bail out the defense and take a tough shot. And like I said, he shot 80+% from the free throw line, but he wasn't getting to the free throw line that much. And most great scorers get to the free throw line a lot. And I always said this, if you're a guy that can shoot, it opened up the whole game for you because now they have to respect the three. Now they have to respect the pull-up, and that makes them guard you very differently. That's why you see Kevin Durant do the rip-through. Kevin Durant was such a good shooter that they didn't want to give him any space to pull up over them or even get a decent look at the basket, so they put their hand in his face. And what his counter was, let me rip through and get to the free throw line, or even because at that time the rule wasn't changed, and then they ended up changing the rule because of Kevin Durant. And Buddy Hield was doing the same thing. It's just he's not as tall as Kevin Durant, and he ain't as athletic and lanky as KD. But that's something that he's going to have to find a way to do is if my jump shot isn't falling, how else can I contribute on the court? You know, can I become a better playmaker? Can I become a better defender? Can I become a better rebounder? You know, that's what he's gonna have to find in his niche. Yes, you can shoot. Yes, you're a good 3-point shooter. Even this first year with the Pelicans, he shot 36%. You want to shoot 36 or higher, so he was able to accomplish that. So that wasn't a problem. But Buddy Hield now has to find ways to become more of a complete player and care more on the defensive end. And if he's able to do that, he can potentially be a 3-and-D guy. Yes, he's only 6'4". Yes, he's not the most athletic. Yeah, he's getting to the realm better than he did his first 2 seasons in college. Yes, he's been able to evolve and adapt that game, but he has to continue to expand. And I would definitely looking forward to seeing Buddy Hield play, because seeing how he's playing in Rico Hines' gym, it is kind of crazy that he still does rely on that jump shot, but his confidence hasn't failed. Even though he lost his starting spot, even though he got traded from the Pelicans, the guy still plays with a lot of confidence, and he's always going to have a shooting, so he's always going to have a spot in the NBA because of his 3-point shooting and the fact that he can space out the floor and create his own shot from time to time. That's going to keep him consistently in the league, but once his rookie contract up, I want to see what kind of deal he's going to get, because he hasn't shown that he's a superstar. He hasn't even averaged over 15 points a game, which is, you know, around what you want to do when you're trying to max somebody out. You want them to be close to that 20-point range, even if they're on a bad team. You want to have them as an asset at worst. And that's one thing about Buddy Hield, the way he has played the first couple seasons. He's shown that he deserves to be in the NBA. He's an NBA player. Ain't like he's a bust. He's been a solid player, even though the expectations for Buddy Hield was higher than he has been right now. He hasn't been a bust. He has 3 solid seasons under his belt. But the problem with him is going to be um, definitely can he stay on the court, because he shot on his last season 44% from the field, 43% from three, 87 from the free throw line, and he also gave you 1.9 assists and 3.8 rebounds and 13 points a game. But he only started 13 of those games that season, and he played all 80. He played 80 games and missed the last 2. So Buddy Hield is definitely a guy that we're going to have to continue to watch, because he was one of the most exciting players, one of the guys that had a lot of hype, especially with that unlimited range that he had and the confidence that he can score and get a shot off anytime he wants to. That mentality usually equals up to a great player, but with Buddy Hield not being elite size, 6'4", isn't really big no more for a shooting guard. Not only that, he's not really a great defender, so he's not a good defender where you want to switch or he can stay on the court because of his defense. He's not a great defender, and he's not that athletic either, but Buddy Hield has found a way to show, he has found a way to be in the NBA. I give him credit on that. But now I want to see what is he going to do this season, because seeing him play, seeing the confidence, seeing that he's going at people's head, going at people's neck, showing that he wants to improve by going to camps and putting in the work. Buddy Hield, he improved every year in college. He finally had that breakout year that allowed him to be a lottery pick. Now it's time for him to do the same thing in his NBA career, because the Kings need a star. That's why they had the number 2 pick, because they were so bad. De'Aaron Fox is solid. He's a guy that can create shots for Buddy Hield, whether it's in the mid range, whether it's coming off screens, or whether it's spot up threes, or even him cutting for a backdoor cut. You know, De'Aaron Fox can find him. Marvin Bagley is going to be a guy that gives them interior presence on the inside when it comes to scoring. They have some solid pieces, but only thing I'm trying to say is Buddy Hield this season will be 25. December 17th, he's going to be 25 years old. And this will be year 4 in his career. So it's either he's going to have to figure it out now, or he's going to be forever marked as a bench guy. A guy that can come off the bench and give you buckets. They always call him Buddy Buckets, but that's not the type of Buddy Buckets we wanted to see in the NBA. If he's coming off the bench and being a 6 man, that will be a thing that he will have to do to stay in the league, but it'll be a thing that nobody's seen coming when he came out of Oklahoma. So I definitely want to see if he can really take this summer like he's been doing. He's taking it serious. He's trying to improve. He's trying to get better. And can he have that breakout year that potentially can give him that most improved player? Is always a guy that we don't expect. Is always a guy that goes to the offseason knowing that their contract, because his rookie contract is almost over. They come into that contract year and they really want to prove themselves. You've seen Jimmy Butler come from being just a defender to being an all-star. You've seen CJ do it. You've seen Victor Oladipo do it. It's just I'm focused on being better. I'm focused on reaching my potential. I'm focused on just taking what I learned from these last couple seasons, and now I'm ready to put it all together. It shouldn't be about the money, but some players, once they get comfortable, once they watch footage, once they make adjustments, and once they add more to their game, eventually they get to that point when they break out. And now I want to see, is he going to be a Victor? Is he going to be a Butler? Is he going to be a McCollum? Is he going to be a Kevin Love? Is he going to be a Paul George? Can he have that season where, I'm on a bad team like the Sacramento Kings, and now he gets the opportunity to start and he take full advantage of it and become not an all-star or all-NBA player because he's a guard in the West, and it's going to be tough to dethrone all those guards to get a spot on the all-star or all-NBA team. But can he finally break through and become a 21, 22, 23-point scorer, or is he going to be a six-man for the rest of his career, a guy that can come off the bench and give you 10 to 12 points in 25 to 30 minutes off the bench playing that shooting guard position or even that small forward position? Because at the end of the day, it depends on who's at the three. Because the small ball threes sometimes they allow a guy like Buddy Hield to play both positions. And with his 3-point shooting ability, he's able to do that on the offensive end because that's going to always be a skill set that's going to be necessary in the NBA because the NBA is trending more to threes. So let me know what you guys think. Is this the year that Buddy Hield breaks out? Is this the year that he shows that he's worth a max contract? Is this the year that he just underperform and become a $10 million player a year, and now he's branded as a six-man of the year for the rest of his career? Or just a career where he shows, hey, I'm here, I'm one of the best players in the league? Or just one of them years where it's Buddy Hield, he had another 10, 12, 15-point season. It's okay, he's solid, but he's only getting older. They're going to start putting him in categories in the NBA, and they're going to start giving him a defined role. And that's going to either help or hurt his career depending on these next two seasons. And depending, since this is his rookie contract year, that might be up. At the end of the day, this is a year that he's either going to skyrocket towards the top, be in the middle level of players, or be a bench or a role player. And once you get to that level, it's hard to break out and become a starter. It's hard to break out and become better than a bench player once they already categorize you as a bench player. And the people going to start recognize you as more of a bench player, which can hurt your brand and hurt you as a player because now you can't be what you thought you would be and you kind of underperform, and now more people going to call you a bust because they had high expectations for you. So check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. If you want a t-shirt, you can message me on Facebook. On my Facebook page, I can get a t-shirt sent out to you. You can get any color shirt, any color of the logo that you want, and then you basically making and customizing your own shirt. It's just gonna come with a logo that's already predetermined. And if you want a shirt, message me on Facebook. Thanks for the support. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And let me know what you guys think. Is this the year Buddy Hield become a bench player as a 6 or 7 man? Or is this the year that he becomes a star? Or is this the year he become an all-star? Or even is this the year he become a superstar for the Sacramento Kings? This team doesn't have an all-star. This team doesn't have a superstar. And they're looking for that franchise guy. Will it be Buddy Hield? Or will it be Fox? Will it be Bagley? Will it even be Scal Labissiere, who's been playing a lot of Rico Hines too? Let me know what you guys think about the Sacramento Kings team. This team going to either be a lottery team still looking for a superstar, or maybe one of these young players finally had that breakout season, and it might be Buddy Hield. We don't know until the season starts, but that's what they need.